When the morning blossoms with its first golden rays, have you ever considered the power a simple message can hold? Those words sent while he's still waking up, rubbing his eyes to greet a new day. Your carefully chosen words are capable of planting seeds that will bloom in his heart throughout the day. Have you ever felt how the right words can build invisible bridges between two worlds, between two souls? As Princess Diana knew so well, genuine communication has the power to captivate, to forge bonds that transcend the ordinary. Diana, with her measured vulnerability and magnetic authenticity, understood that connecting with someone goes far beyond the surface. She knew that the simplest messages, when imbued with true intention, can transform relationships. In this space between us, I share with you secrets I have observed, studied, and validated over the years. Secrets that have helped women like you create deep, lasting connections. These aren't just techniques. They are modes of expression that reveal who you truly are while awakening in him an irresistible fascination. Morning communication carries a special energy. When he receives your words upon waking, your voice becomes part of the rhythm of his day. You become the thought that colors his first hours. And there is something profoundly intimate in that, isn't there? Being the first voice in his mind while the world is still quiet and receptive. Before revealing these 5 transformative messages, I want you to understand what really happens behind the psychological scenes of attraction and human connection. Fascination doesn't spring from desperation or manipulation. It springs from authenticity combined with a deep understanding of human nature. 1. Sincere recognition. Good morning. I woke up thinking about how you handled that situation yesterday. Your ability to stay calm under pressure is something I deeply admire in you. This isn't just a good morning text, it's a mirror in which he sees the best of himself reflected through your eyes. When you acknowledge specific qualities in him, especially those he values in himself but rarely hears confirmed, you create a powerful emotional resonance. Sincere recognition taps directly into our deepest desire, to be truly seen. Diana had this gift. She looked at people and saw beyond appearances, beyond titles. When she said, "I see you," people felt it on a visceral level. This message works because it transcends superficial praise. You're not merely telling him he's handsome or smart. You're recognizing his essence, his choices, his character. There is vulnerability in admitting that you observe and reflect on his qualities, which fosters reciprocity. He will feel compelled to see you with the same depth. Sincere recognition accesses a fundamental human need for validation that we all carry. Even the most self-assured and independent men silently crave this kind of acknowledgement that goes beyond the surface. As you practice this message, notice how it opens a space for shared vulnerability. Observe how it creates a subtle magnetic field between you. And most importantly, see how it encourages him to show more of himself, to reveal deeper layers of who he really is. 2. Genuine curiosity. Good morning. I had the most curious dream about you. While I sip my coffee, I'm wondering, what's the most vivid dream you've ever had that you still remember today? This message is magnificent for several reasons, operating on unconscious levels. First, you create immediate intimacy by sharing that he inhabits your dream world, the mysterious realm where our defenses are lowered and our truths emerge. Then, you spark his curiosity about what that dream might have been, creating a small mystery that lingers in his mind. But the most powerful element is the final question, a question that is neither superficial nor invasive, but invites introspection and sharing. Genuine curiosity is one of the greatest emotional aphrodisiacs there is. When you show authentic interest in someone's inner worlds, you communicate, "Your mind fascinates me. Your thoughts matter to me. I want to know the personal landscapes only you inhabit." Diana cultivated this kind of curiosity. In her interactions, even with strangers, she asked questions that showed real interest. She would lean in slightly, maintain eye contact, and truly listen to the answers. People felt valued, important, worthy of attention. This message sets a pattern of growing intimacy. He will likely respond by sharing something personal, something he might not reveal in casual conversation. And thus, you begin building a shared space of trust and vulnerability. And do you know what happens when two people start sharing their truths, their dreams, their most intimate thoughts, powerful bonds form. He will begin to associate you with a sense of emotional freedom, the rare freedom to be exactly who he is. 3. Magnetic independence. Good morning. I'm about to dive into that project I told you about, the one that both scares and excites me. May your day be as courageous as I intend mine to be. This message is a little masterpiece of relational psychology. Notice what you're really communicating here. I have my own life, my own dreams, my own battles. I don't need you to fix anything for me. I'm sharing this because I value you as a witness to my journey. Emotional independence is paradoxically one of the greatest magnets of attraction. When you show that you're following your own path, facing your own fears, and achieving your own goals, you become infinitely more interesting and desirable. Diana understood this deeply when she chose to chart her own course, make her own decisions, even within the constraints of royalty. Her independence, her refusal to be merely an ornament, was an essential part of her global magnetism. This message also creates a sense of parallel companionship. You both on your own journeys, sharing experiences, growing individually, yet connected through this exchange. It's neither dependence nor fusion. It's something much more mature and sustainable. When you reveal that you're facing something that frightens you, you also demonstrate vulnerable courage, a powerful combination. You're not asking him to solve your fear. You're simply sharing your authentic humanity. And you know what's fascinating? As you become more independent, self-directed, more confident in your own journey, your presence in his life becomes a choice, not a necessity. And there is nothing more attractive than being chosen by someone who clearly doesn't need you to feel complete. You know, as I share these insights with you, I realize we're building a community of women who are rewriting the rules of relationships based on authenticity and emotional depth. If you resonate with these words, with this more conscious and genuine approach, I invite you to join us on this journey. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. I'm not asking for numbers. I'm inviting you to ongoing conversations about connecting in deeper, more meaningful ways, without games or manipulations, just shared human truth. With every new video, we'll dive together into the exploration of authentic love. 4. Timeless presence. Good morning. For some reason, I woke up with a clear memory of the moment you told me about your grandfather and his pocket watch. It's funny how certain moments get etched in us, isn't it? I carry that fragment of your story with me. This message is powerfully connective because it demonstrates something rare and precious. You truly listen. You don't just hear his words, you keep them, value them, allow them to inhabit your inner world. When you recall a specific detail from a past conversation, especially one that holds emotional weight for him, you convey that he matters on a deep level. It's not just what he does for you, or how he looks, or his status. It's his essence, his stories, his roots that you value. Diana had this extraordinary ability to make people feel like they were the only person in the room when she talked to them. She remembered names, details, stories told to her months or years before. This timeless form of presence, where the past is honored in the present, creates a powerful sense of emotional continuity. This message also activates what psychologists call shared reminiscence, the phenomenon where remembering together creates stronger bonds than experiencing new events. It's as if you're saying, we have a history together. We've built something valuable that transcends the moment. When you demonstrate that you carry parts of him within you, even when apart, you create a sense of ongoing presence in his life. He will begin to feel that an invisible thread connects you, even when you're physically distant. And that thread, woven with shared memories and genuine attention, is far more resilient than any attraction based solely on immediate presence. 5. The sacred space. Good morning. Today I woke up needing silence and time to process some emotions. But I wanted you to know that even on days when I need to withdraw, our connection remains intact. I hope your day is gentle with you. This final message is perhaps the most emotionally sophisticated, as it balances two seemingly contradictory elements: emotional autonomy and deep connection. By communicating your boundaries with grace, your need for space, introspection, self-care, you demonstrate attractive emotional health. You're signaling, I'm responsible for my own emotions. I have self-care practices. I don't expect you to fill all my emotional voids. Paradoxically, this clarity about your limits creates more security in the relationship, not less. He knows you're not pulling away because of him, but because you're taking care of your own emotional well-being, something that will benefit you both. Diana, despite her need for connection, also understood the importance of boundaries. Her journey to find her own voice, her own space, even under intense public scrutiny, exemplifies this awareness. This message also conveys a profound truth about mature relationships. Genuine intimacy requires room to breathe. As the poet Khalil Gibran wrote about love, "Let there be spaces in your togetherness, and let the winds of the heavens dance between you." When you honor your own boundaries and respect his, you create a relationship based on freedom, not dependence. And ironically, it is in this space of freedom that true intimacy can flourish. Imagine the relief he'll feel knowing he doesn't have to be everything for you all the time, that you have internal resources, that you know how to regulate your own emotions. This is one of the greatest gifts you can offer someone, the freedom to be human, fallible, imperfect. As you integrate these messages into your life, remember that intention behind them is vital. They're not magic formulas, but expressions of a more conscious and authentic way of relating. The goal is not manipulation, but creating a dance of closeness and autonomy that honors both you and him. These messages work not because they're strategically calculated, but because they are deeply human. They touch on universal needs: to be seen, to be valued, to be understood, to have room to be authentically ourselves. Diana, with all her complexity and humanity, taught us that our vulnerability can be our greatest strength, that we can be both strong and gentle, that we can open our hearts without losing our center. When you communicate from this place of balanced authenticity, something magical happens. Connection ceases to be a power play or a quest for validation and becomes a genuine expression of two souls dancing together. And perhaps most importantly, by practicing these more conscious forms of connection, you're not only transforming your relationships, you're transforming yourself. You're developing emotional intelligence, your capacity to be present, your ability to create intimacy without losing your essence. The true obsession these messages can create is not unhealthy dependency, but a profound fascination with the authentic person you are. A fascination with your complexity, your authenticity, your ability to be vulnerable without being dependent, strong without being rigid. As Diana showed the world, there is extraordinary power in simply being authentically you, with all your contradictions, vulnerabilities, and beautifully human imperfections. Next time the sun rises and you feel the urge to send that morning message, allow yourself to enter this space of conscious presence. Let your words be a genuine reflection of who you are, not a strategy to get something from him. Then observe, with compassionate curiosity, how the relationship transforms, how the connection deepens, how mutual fascination develops naturally, effortlessly, like flowers opening to sunlight. Because in the end, true enchantment doesn't come from techniques or strategies, but from the courage to be fully, imperfectly, magnificently human together. From allowing our messages to be bridges between inner worlds, invitations to a soul dance of recognition, respect, and celebration. And just as Diana continues to inspire millions with her authenticity and humanity years after her physical departure, the genuine connection you cultivate will continue to reverberate and blossom, creating something far deeper than obsession, a sacred space where two human beings can truly find each other, beyond masks, beyond games, in the fertile ground of shared truth. May your morning messages always reflect your inner light, invitations to a connection that honors both your truth and his. And may, as Diana taught us, you discover that your greatest strength has always been in your authentic, imperfect, and magnificent humanity.